Are you wanting to stay single for a bit?
I never really say yes or no to that question. I really think that I'd like to be as full and satisfied and content within myself before I try to get that from somebody else.
We saw you hanging out with some of the Euphoria cast after the Oscars.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make a cameo?
I don't wanna know what it's like when you're gone.
Congratulations. This song is so good. I listened to it on repeat on my drive-in. I've been listening to it all morning. Describe kind of the place that you were in though when you wrote it and what inspired it.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote this song about a month after Camila and I broke up, and I think I was just in a very, you know, a month later, you kind of start having all the memories of things that happened and all the memories of so many amazing things. And I think I was thinking about that, and I was writing about that. I was processing it.
Yep.
I was just being kind of open and candid about what I was going through. And I'm really glad I did, because there's only one way you can like connect with actual people in a real way, and that's by being truthful and being vulnerable. And so that's that.
Yeah, well, it's beautiful. I will say it's so heartbreaking, but the tone of the song is so fun. Why did you choose to do that?
I don't wanna move on.
I think that's a little bit of the magic trick, is that if you can kind of reel people in with the sonic of the song, then they'll be listening on their own time maybe, and then the lyrics will maybe hit a little deeper.
Yeah, absolutely. When you do write a song that's from a personal experience, do you give the other person a heads up? Like, do you tell Camila, hey, I wrote this song about us?
Yeah, always. I think, at the end of the day, like Camila and I have always been writers for as long as we've known each other. So we understand what that means, and we respect what that means, and there'll always be transparency between us.
Yeah, which is great that you guys were able to sort of like maintain that respect
Totally.
and friendship for each other.
Yeah. Who do I call when I'm like in a panic attack? Who do I call when I'm like on the edge?
You said on Twitter that when you go through a breakup, who do you call when you're having a panic attack? Who do you call now, and how are you kind of managing your anxiety that you've been so open about?
I mean, I have a lot of answers to that question. I think a lot of it is relying on people around you, and not putting all of the pressure on one person to be all of your support. I have a lot of amazing friends and family, and I just kind of balance it out between them all. But the truth is, like, I suffer with anxiety for a long time, and years ago, I had super, super, super bad anxiety. But the one thing that truly changed my life is meditation. And it really is something that I do every single day, and something that I'll do for the rest of my life, because it helps me so much, and it helps with my anxiety. And I think a lot of people get a little like scared or intimidated by like what meditation is at first, but it's actually really simple. And so I always am like, if you're struggling with anxiety, just YouTube simple meditation and stick with that for a week and see how it makes you feel, because it really changed my life, honestly.
It is life-changing.
Starting to feel like you don't need me. Wanna believe it's all for the better.
How does this song set up the 5th studio album, We Are Dying, for just all the Shawn Mendes music?
To be honest with you, I'm not sure, because I think I'm about to go on tour, and a lot of the music that I make gets inspired by tour. And I get to go on and kind of see what people react by and how it makes people feel. So then I get off tour, and in those little breaks in between is when I start making the album. So I'm not sure.
Oh, interesting. So no songs ready to go.
I have a lot of songs. If they're gonna come out, I'm not really sure, but
Okay.
we'll see. Yeah.
Are you and Niall ever gonna work together?
Niall and I have a better chance of we'll probably go our entire lives being really great friends without making a song, just because we're just great at hanging out.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Now I feel like I'm finally I'm actually on my own, and I hate that.
On Twitter, you also said that you feel like you're on your own and you hate that. Why do you hate that?
I think when I was saying that, I was like, it's moments of being on your own, and I don't hate being on my own, actually. There's a lot of amazing things about being on your own. And I think that what I was referring to is when you're so used to always having somebody to call,
Sure.
the second that person isn't there anymore, it can feel like everything's falling apart. But then if you can kind of work through that and let yourself kind of get through that, you can start to be that person for yourself and be that strength for yourself, which is a huge, huge thing. And I feel like at some point, everybody kind of has to go through that and realize that they're going to be okay, whether they're with somebody or not.
Are you wanting to stay single for a bit?
I never really say yes or no to that question because it is what it is. I really think that I'd like to be as full and satisfied and content within myself before I try to get that from somebody else. Do you know what I'm saying?
So important. We saw you hanging out with some of the Euphoria cast after the Oscars.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make a cameo?
I mean, I don't know. Probably not unless Euphoria sees this and they ask. But I've known Dominic for a few years and I love him. And so it was just nice to see him. I haven't really got to hang with him for so long. I've always wanted to. But yeah.
How are you preparing for tour?
I mean, I'm rehearsing like crazy, but the truth is you can't really ever prepare fully because you're never ready to experience what it is to step in front of like 10,000, 15,000 people. So
Yeah.
getting as prepared as I can, and then you kind of just got to dive into it.
How will it feel to play the new song live? Like, do you get a little bit emotional when you play this song?
Sometimes, I mean, it's sometimes like, you know, thinking about emotions, you don't really get to decide when they come and hit you in the face. And there's been times when I've been on stage and the meaning of the song has come back to me. And then sometimes you just rip the song because it's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. The last time I talked to you, you had just gotten a puppy.
Yeah.
How is the puppy doing?
He's doing good. He's with Camila in Miami now. He's not a puppy anymore. He's big. And yeah, he's doing really good.
Do you miss him?
I do miss him. I haven't seen him for a while, so I'm hoping to get back and see him soon.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.